have a cat lady update.
They call her the cat lady. People say she's crazy just because she has a few dozen cats.
By the way, Guy, I got a nice compliment about both you and Joe yesterday. Should forward you guys the email, how the production and stuff has been really terrific. They really enjoyed it. So thank you for the cat lady stinger or whatever we call it there. I don't know the lingo, but you get the point. You guys are professionals here. So now it's desperation time for the cat lady, who everyone's starting to figure out her grift. She apparently was engaged fraudulently in some tax thing here, claiming to her donors before, and once we called her out that she was some tax-deductible enterprise when it was still pending. We caught her. We got screenshots from her website. She is working with an Antifa guy accused of predatory behavior by women. We've caught her claiming makeup is racist. We've exposed the fact that she's been banned from LinkedIn, the cat lady, Nandini Jammi, and now she's panicking. So she's reaching out to press people for help because she's realizing that if you Google her name or put her name in any search engine, all of the stories up the top are negative stories about stuff she's actually done, funded by this George Soros operation she's part of. She hates it. So she's reaching out to her friends at the Yeast. So a guy by the name of Roger Sollenberger at the Daily Yeast reached out yesterday. This is so clearly a Nandini, please help me. Please, I'm in trouble. Cat lady time. Rescue the cats. So Roger Sullenberger, I get this email last night. Hey, Dan, reaching out for comment about a number of advertisers and exchanges dropping your podcast. They dropped my podcast. Gum, ShareThrough, Nextro, Criteo, Uni, Quip, and Zipcar. Have you ever heard any of those? No. Any of those? Oh, outside is Quip, which, by the way, we got rid of. Have you ever heard any? No, of course, he doesn't know. Citing violations of guidelines, including misinformation and harassment. That's right from the cat lady. That's a cat lady special right there. Do you have comment? Deadline, Friday at noon. Thanks, Roger. Politics reporter, Daily Yeast, who I sued for misinformation last time. Here's my response to Roger. I thought you should see this, folks. I will be exposing all these idiots that email me. Just know if you email me, it's public record, okay? So I wrote to Roger, that's hilarious. You dipshits will fall for anything. Our revenue's up 134% month over month on the website. By the way, that's true. I wrote, ask Nandini, the cat lady, and I'm sure she'll sell you another line of bullshit, just like she does to her gullible donors. Seriously, do you guys ever get a story right, or is this deliberate stupidity? And why don't you reach out to these companies directly? Are you afraid they'll embarrass the cat lady? And I included the article about her defrauding her donors. Why? Because I don't know what these companies are telling people, but ladies and gentlemen, whatever Nandini's telling this guy, I can tell you right now, sure ain't the truth. So I told him, you go ahead with the story, knock yourself out while we embarrass you when the story comes out. Here's what broke about the cat lady yesterday, who's in a lot of hot water with the Jewish community around the world. Post-millennial Libby Edmonds. I want you to read this article in my newsletter. It's stunning. A major international organization, B'nai B'rith, has condemned Nandini Jammi for unacceptable and unwarranted attacks on a Jewish journalist. They are demanding an apology. She's in a world of trouble right now. She has been engaged in virulent anti-Semitic behavior and never expected to get called out because she thinks she's a protected class on the left. She may be protected from the media, but she is not protected from truth tellers like us. Showing you what a colossal BS artist the cat lady Nandini is. Again, here's another example of how she defrauds her donors by claiming to have all these cancellation successes that she confirms, and then she has to turn around. Guy thought this one was kind of hilarious, and reconfirm what she says was confirmed. Here are her actual tweets. Cat lady, quote, confirmed, Zipcar will be blocking Bongino.com and Bongino Report from their media buy. Muscle guy. That was November 2nd. Here's November 18th, Joe. Hey, Zipcar, could you please confirm you've dropped your ads from Bongino? Oh, how do you keep falling for this dipwad? How do you keep falling for this? She's making this up. We talk to a lot of these companies. She's making this stuff up. Ford. Now, right? Now, having said that, there are some companies she's not making it up. And I'm glad, because as I said, what she doesn't seem to understand is, I don't know how many times I got to explain this to her. She could cancel every single sponsor, promoter, ad. It is not going, there's nothing that's going to happen to me. The show's not going anywhere. We don't care. We're not in this. I don't need any more money. My only concern in my life right now is not me bragging. It's not self-praise. It's just a fact. Is where I leave the money I haven't spent when I die. That's it. There's nothing she's going to do to stop it. Nothing. So the companies that she has had some success with, Uni Pizza Ovens, OONI. If you own one of these, you should reach out immediately. Warby Parker, the crappy glass company. Next Roll and Share Through, who run some kind of ad exchanges. I've been asking, and we're going to be doing a report in the coming days, why these companies are working with a virulent anti-Semite, and you should too. Uni Pizza Ovens, OONI, Warby Parker, the glass company. You should ask them. You'd be doing us a big favor why they're working with a virulent anti-Semite like Nandini. Next Roll, if you're working with them, you should cancel them from your website immediately. And Share Through, that does ad exchanges too. You should cancel them immediately. They work with a virulent anti-Semite. It's kind of disgusting. I'm just asking. You should reach out to them. You should ask that question. Why they're working with an anti-Semite defrauding her donors, who's working with an Antifa guy accused of predatory behavior on women. Me too. Me too. Where's Me Too? Haven't heard much about Me Too when it comes to Nandini. Why is she working with a guy accused of predatory behavior? Why? Why is she doing that? Uni, you support that? Uni Pizza Ovens or Uni, whatever the hell your dopey ovens are? Warby Parker, you support Next Roll, Share Through? You all support anti-Semitism and predatory attacks on women? You support that? Kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, very unsavory. Yeah.
Joe, she can't win, brother. There's no, Guy and I had a little argument this morning about this.
Oh?
And yeah, and Paul I've had too. They seem to think sometimes like she's enjoying the PR. Listen to me. Most of my adult life was spent in law enforcement. One of the special skill sets we had, not just me, but a lot of people in my prior line of work, was reading people. If you can't do it, you're never going to be a good investigator. Get out of the field immediately. I'm telling you, if you think for a moment she is not devastated that we are destroying her empire day by day as she does absolutely nothing to stop our forward momentum and the continued growth of my podcast, my website, my Fox show, and everything else. Trust me when I tell you, it is eating her alive by the minute. She has gotten herself into a black hole vortex of defeat she can't possibly escape at this point. Trust me, I wouldn't steer you wrong. I've seen people like they're a dime a dozen, these deranged leftists. She's not complicated. She's not complex. She's not even intelligent. And it goes to my golden rule of fighting back against the left, that the beatings will continue until morale improves. They will continue hitting you, destroying you if you don't fight back.
Well, Dan, there's good press, bad press, and no press. 3 kinds of press you can get. I think she'd be happy with no press right about now.
At this point,
yeah.
Yes. You know why?
Yeah.
She'd had massive successes against other conservative websites who just sat back and took it.
Thank you,
They were
sir.
like, oh, if we leave her alone, it'll all go away. Then she hit us. And now she's regretting that. Trust me.